Hey, hey, hi everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. One of my least favorite days of the year because it's extremely capitalist. Yet here I am, embracing capitalism. Hi everyone. Hi Daniel. Hi Neliel. Hello Yank. Yay, yay, yay. Welcome to the capitalist hellscape. Let me know if my microphone's okay. Like, I fucked around with it and I think I made it too low. I think I'm gonna switch to my other microphone because this one looks pretty, but honestly, it's not that good. But, happy Valentine's Day. I got chocolates. Yay. I'm not sure if anyone knows about so much about Valentine's Day in Japan, but the women have to give chocolate to the men. Can you believe it? So, maybe if you're nice, I'll give you a chocolate. Hi, Nia. I did actually give chocolates today to some of my students because I had work today. Happy Valentine's Day! Like, as I mentioned before, I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day as a communist, but chocolate kind of goes off. My first date, yay! It's our first date. Here are our chocolates. These are from Godiva. Godiva is like, I don't know, the chocolate brand in Japan that everyone thinks really, really classy, but it's like not. It's late here, but I'll stay around while I can. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so we're just having a little date. Oh, I'm nervous now. I feel like I'm on an actual date. And if you watch my YouTube, you'll know most of my dates were terrible. Oh, I can't. It's like I'm gonna switch my mic over. Maybe I can switch my mic up a little bit. No, that's it. That's it. That's what it does. That's all it does. Sorry. Have a chocolate. Hi from Romania. Oh, one of my really good friends is from Romania. Thank you, Austin. Happy Valentine's Day. Did you do anything today? Did any of your coworkers give you kitty chocolate? I don't even know what these are. I was gifted these from my ex-boyfriend's mother. So yeah, that's nice. It's good that we're still cool. She come to my house because she wanted to use my Netflix account, and so she gave me chocolates. I guess because she felt bad. Nelio said, my Mao Japanese coworkers just give us chocolate today. I think they don't want to have a gift back on White Day. Yeah, like in my experience, I used to always give chocolates to my coworkers in Japan, the male ones, and I would give maybe like 8 people chocolates, and maybe like 1 or 2 guys would give me something back on White Day. So I always feel like it's kind of like a waste because they don't remember. And White Day is not chocolate; it's like cookies and candy, which is way cheaper. So honestly, it's kind of like a scam if you're a woman. So yeah, just buy your own fucking chocolate. I woke up early enough to catch one of these. Hi, I just did this really spontaneously. I had work today, so I still got a like gross, but I decided to like fuck it. I'll just do a little Valentine stream because yeah, why not celebrate? I've been at work all day, and I was like, I might as well do something like Valentine's Day. Is anyone going on like a date or having a little kit? Like, please, anyone doing anything romantic at all? I got giddy choco today, so I've got to make a cake or something in March. Oh my god. Yeah, I forget you like bake and stuff. Um, yeah, I gave a few people giddy choco, but I'm not really expecting anything back because everyone normally forgets. Some of my students gave me chocolate, which was really, really nice. A man gave me this pen today, and it's to promote earthquake safety. And it's a pen, and it has a light inbuilt in it, and also a whistle. So if there's an earthquake and um, you get crushed, you can just whistle and you'll be happy. No, I don't know. I think it's like if you get trapped somewhere, you can whistle. But yeah, is this like an ASMR thing? Can you hear that? That sounds horrible. Yeah, these are Godiva chocolates. I don't really know. I didn't have dinner yet, so this is like my dinner. Girl dinner. Mm. That shit's good actually, damn. My ex-boyfriend's mom kind of went off with these. Mm. Last Valentine's Day, I didn't do anything. because I was single. And then one of my ex-boyfriends wanted to meet up, and he handmade me chocolates that he made with like a mango filling. They were really really good. And then he cried over dinner, and then I went home. So that was last Valentine's Day. And then the Valentine's Day before that, I was with my old boyfriend that I was with for like 7 years, and I was so excited for Valentine's Day, and we went out for Valentine's Day, and I planned this like really fun day out in a Montesando. We had like pasta, and we went to a laddery, and we had macarons. And the whole time he was on his phone, and you could tell he just wasn't there. And then directly after that, we broke up. So I guess like the whole date, he was like, "Yeah, I really don't want to be here." So that was sad. So yeah. This year Valentine's Day is actually much much better. So that's good. Mango, yeah, I love mango. It was really good. The chocolates were actually great. If he had spent as much effort in our relationship as he spent on those chocolates, maybe we would still be together. But alas, no. These are great. They have like caramel in them. I don't really know. These are great. Ah. But yeah, I hope everyone. Damn, the dude sounded rather sad. Yeah, he was really sad actually. I think he's doing a little bit better now. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like with relationships, in my experience, I'll get in a relationship with a guy. I'll put 90% of the effort in, and then they'll kind of like zone out. And I'm like, okay, this sucks, so we'll break up. And then they'll spend like the next few years trying to win me back. And it's like, why didn't you just try when we were together? Like the opportunity was there. But yeah, so don't do that. But this year much better, so that's good. I hope like I don't know. In Japan we do normally give chocolate to our coworkers or like our classmates. So if you're in Japan, you generally do get chocolate from someone, like usually. Even if you're like a loser with no friends. But I don't know, for like I even forget like how other countries celebrate Valentine's Day, because the last time I was in England for Valentine's Day was like 10 years ago. Oh. I went to lab and told my favorite coworker about all the embarrassing stuff that happened that weekend. No romance. Aww. Well, honestly, as they say, don't date your coworkers, don't shit where you eat. And I would never date a coworker ever again. That's normally a bad time. So I think you dodged a bullet there. I'd give you cookies, okay. Yeah, okay, have a chocolate. Um, but getting chocolates from your ex's mom is a slay. Yeah, she's great. I met her at the station after work. I was like, "Are you sure you want to meet up? It's like 9 o'clock. You don't even live anywhere near me." She's like, "It's cool." I met her at the station. She was pissed drunk, like completely drunk as Lord. I took her to my house, and then I tried to install, put my Netflix on her phone. Gave her her phone. She gave me chocolates, and then she was like, "Peace," and then left. It was great. Long distance means no date today. Oh, but you can have like a Discord date and stuff. When I've been in like kind of like a long distance relationship before, and that was really cute actually because we just play online games together. And like I used to watch those YouTube videos of people cooking food in the forest. I don't know if you've ever seen these videos, but I'm obsessed. I think the guy's like Polish and he lives in Poland. But he'll like go to like a river and he'll cook like a giant piece of salmon from like things he finds laying around. That's all I did when I was in a long distance relationship, is like watch those videos. And I think Baldur's Gate came out around that time too, so it was nice. Which Baldur's Gate actually has like a romance patch. So I think I'm gonna, after this, I'm gonna play the new Baldur's Gate like romance patch or whatever, and maybe get a forehead kiss from Asterion. So those are my Valentine's plans. I only saw like elementary school stuff. Rip. Oh no. I got chocolates today from my boss, but not my husband. Oh my god, Kate, no. Why? I guess because like long distance, right? But I don't know. Like I've never, get this, I've never received a box of chocolates from a man ever. I've got lots of boxes of chocolates before, but they're always from like women. I've never got like a box of chocolates from a man. So yeah, there's that. I feel like men don't really buy chocolates for women. Like I don't know any of my girlfriends who have got a box of chocolates from a man. So I don't know if this is like a thing or maybe we're just like cursed. But yeah, unsuccessful. Oh, thank you! Yay! Happy Valentine's Day. Have a chocolate. These are good actually. These are really, really good. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day and you get lots of smooches and chocolate and you enjoy this capitalist hellscape. I would never receive chocolate from a man and I'm happy about that. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm pan and the chocolate I received from women wasn't in a romantic way either. So it's like, okay, let me rephrase this. I've never received romantic chocolate, only friend chocolate, which is still chocolate, so it's fine. But like, as I mentioned before, ex-boyfriend's mother, nothing from my ex-boyfriend. I don't know why guys don't really buy chocolate for their girlfriends. And I asked every one of my students today. I know it's like typical in Japan for women to buy chocolate for men. But I asked the men, all of them, at work, this week, are you gonna take your wife on a date anywhere? And they all said no. So just like romance is dead. You heard it here first. Unfortunately, finding chocolate my housemates can eat is very hard because of allergies. Oh my god, no, I feel you. Like most of my friends are like gluten free, vegan, stuff like that. So it is a struggle. I need to buy a new maid outfit. This one's freaking hideous. I didn't realize till I started streaming. I don't like it. Um, I very kindly was given a couple of handmade chocks from two of my chick friends. Aw, see, I feel like it's mostly friendship chocolate, which is good. I think that you should give chocolate to your friends. Like, it's always framed as like this romantic thing, but I really don't associate it with that because I've never really got romantic chocolate. Yeah, that's sad. But I'm my own sugar daddy, so I buy my own chocolate. You may get romantic chocolate with a girlfriend then. Yeah, but like I've tried. Girls don't want to date me. Like I tried. I made a solid effort. Yeah. I mean, I didn't. I guess I could try harder. Like, yeah. But even when I was dating girls, I don't know. No girls ever bought me chocolate either. So I did get like a gift from one of them, but I forget. It wasn't chocolate. I tried to make chocolate, but they never step. Ha ha ha. Oh my god, for real. Like I tried to make chocolate cupcakes for one of my boyfriends back in the day, and I didn't read the recipe because I have ADHD. So I put half flour and half baking soda, and they tasted like the most dog shit thing you've ever tasted. It was like it burnt your mouth when you put it in your mouth. It was terrible. So yeah, don't do that. Um, I want to get a good quality made outfit so bad. Yeah, I regret it because I was just in Bodyline in Harajuku, and they have like really really cute ones. So I think I'm gonna buy a really because I feel like I do have a cute one somewhere, but when I moved, maybe I lost it. This one's hideous. It's like too big. You can't even really tell I'm wearing a maid outfit. Let me stand up. Like there should be like this kind of apron, right? Half and half doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's like this kind of deal. Yeah. Not feeling it today. Sorry, lads. Probably because like I also just I was at work, so I just feel disgusting, and also I'm not feeling this main costume. But I'll try again tomorrow. Baking soda tastes sizzly if there's too much. Yeah, for real. It felt like my tongue was gonna just fall off, and I tried those. I feel like the effort was there. Um, I'm not so good at making sweets. I'm a pretty good chef actually, but I'm not so good at making sweets. I can make like crepes, French toast. Yeah, that's about it really. I can make like really easy like one pan things, but I'm not so good at baking. And because like cooking's fun because it's kind of like alchemy. Like you can change it as you go along and like add little things. But baking, once it's in the oven, you're pretty much fucked. I think over the years I've ended up owning every bodyline May dress they've ever done. Oh my god, yeah. Bodyline is great. I remember like back in the day, there was a kind of like hatred for bodyline as it being like really ita and not very like cool to wear bodyline. But I love that we're over that now and we're all like embracing our be cringe, be free lifestyle because bodyline is great. And I'm not sure if you've been to the store, but I don't know, for the last 6 months, everything in there's been 50% off, which kind of means that there is no sale if it's constantly 50% off, but like it is cheap and it is good. And like, as much as I don't like buying like fast fashion and stuff like that, the quality is pretty much the same as like most Japanese brands, if not better. Do you remember Mr. Yan? I came fourth in their model contest. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, this stream's just gonna be about Mr. Yan. Okay, Mr. Yan came to my birthday party like 10 years ago or 9 years ago in Tokyo. And I remember I was crying because I just broke up with my boyfriend. And I was crying at my birthday party because we were way too drunk. And someone ordered like 200 plates of chicken karaage. I'm not sure how that happened, but that happened. And Mr. Yan was there. And I remember crying. And as I was crying, Mr. Yan was like, "Oh, you're very cute. You should model for Bodyline." Yeah, so that's wild. Mr. Yan is the former owner of Bodyline. He's not the owner now, and he was insane. And rumor has it, because he used to do this model competition every year, and rumor has it one of the models that won, he got her pregnant. Allegedly. For legal reasons, we're gonna have to say allegedly. But yeah, this is like a whole thing. He's the Chinese CEO, ex CEO of Bodyline, the Chinese. It was like Lolita and cosplay fashion brand. Yeah, and then he's the one who he did the contest, and then Venus Angelic won, and yeah, Venus Angelic worked with him, had a really bad experience, and then there was like this whole war online between Venus Angelic and Mr. Yan, and she said that they made her work like whole days in like a hot warehouse. And then Mr. Yan posted this big statement. It's like, Venus Angelic made all our clothes stink. And it's like, well, if she was forced to work in a hot warehouse in China taking pictures all day, that's probably why. Like, she's probably just hot and sweaty. Not coming on to you while you're crying and saying you're cute. Yeah, he's really, really creepy. Um, can't speak for him anymore because like this was 9 or 10 years ago, right? And this guy must have been like 45 or 50 back then. So I have no idea how old he is now. But yeah, he's not the CEO anymore. Anyways, I like regardless of him, I kind of like Bodyline. But yeah, it was just like such a weird era. And then like something happened. I think it was like after the thing with Venus Angelic or like one of the other models. He got into like another spat with one of the other models, and then he kept all the models' clothes in China and like all her stuff, and then kicked her out. And she had, I think she lived in Russia or Ukraine, and he stole all her stuff. I think because she didn't want to have a relationship with him. Like this is all allegedly, allegedly. And oh yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing. That was the thing. One of the models, he got her pregnant apparently, allegedly, for legal reasons, he got one of the models pregnant and she ended up having a baby and she had to go back to Russia or Ukraine. I'm not sure which country it was. But this all happened allegedly. But that was such a wild era. Have you ever met Venus? I have not, but a lot of my friends have many times. Like, she seems like a very nice person. She's just probably, she's really troubled. She's had to, her mom was wild, and then she had to deal with Mr. Yan. I feel like she's someone that has been exploited a lot, and yeah, I think she is in Tokyo somewhere. So maybe I would run into her like one day. But yeah, this is like old school stuff. This has all happened like even more than 10 years ago. I feel like, 'cause I feel like this happened when I was in England. Um, I don't even want to think about what he did with her stuff. Yeah, it's really, really sad because, like, I did hear that he did get one of the models pregnant, and a lot of the time he would choose models from, like, Russia, and they weren't the most financially stable people, so he could kind of, like, financially abuse them. This is just what I heard, allegedly, so, like, yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, but. The Chinese version of Hugh Hefner. Oh my god, you're so correct. But yeah, so that was honestly like any of these like modeling things in for these like J fashion companies. I feel like a lot of them are kind of dodgy, right? I don't know. There's a few things in Tokyo where people model for stuff like that, and it's really dodgy. It's really dodgy. So like you gotta be careful. If there's a man in the industry, I'm already like maybe he's creepy. But yeah, this was a while ago. Mr. Yan is maybe he got better. Maybe he's not like that anymore. Also, random question: have you experienced the word high tension in Japan before? It is it used when people are really drunk? Ah, okay. So high tension is like someone who's very like over the top or like excited. If you're excited and you're talking really loudly, they'll say, "Oh, high tension, high tension." So I guess that's when people are drunk; they're more high tension as opposed to being chill. And it's kind of like a subtle way of someone telling you to calm down. Because I have ADHD, I've been told a few times that I was very high tension, or like, particularly when I was drinking, people would tell me that I'm high tension. It's just them being like, "Wow, you're really excited. Maybe you should calm down a little bit." As part of the content, they interviewed me, and they were yeah, I'm so interested in this. Sorry, I want to hear all about your experience. As part of the content, they interviewed me, and they were really insistent that on the camera they could see my full body, even though they had pictures which could be legit but felt off. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is kind of dodgy. Like the whole, I really feel bad for the models because it's like was pitched as like an opportunity to become this like Lolita model and like become famous, or like it's really nice to be able to take pictures and cute stuff and blah 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 blah. And a lot of those people ended up being exploited, and it's really sad because I feel like particularly for women, our dreams are always being kind of like dangled in front of us, and then we get exploited because this is what happens to idols, this is what happens to models, this is what happens to actresses. It's always like that. Like they find like your dream and they try and exploit it. If someone ever tells me to calm down when I speak about something I like, or when I stim, I think I might cry. Yeah, I tweeted about this recently actually because I have ADHD and I am quite over animated, and you probably tell I like use my hands a lot. Blah 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 blah. And there is someone that I had been hanging out with, and they would sometimes tell me, or they would kind of make fun of me and say that I was too loud, and like I'd be like, oh, the other day like I saw like blah blah blah, and they would like cover their ears and be like, haha, you're so aggressive or you're so noisy, and it just made me feel really 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 bad. 可愛いです。ありがとうございます。What else? Like, I feel like, particularly as women, if we get too excited, then we're often told, like, we're often infantilized. And I feel like that's what happens to me a lot. And I don't know, I feel like this happens a lot with neurodivergent girls. And maybe this is why. And it took me a long time to notice this was happening because to live in Japan, I had to tone down myself a lot. And I know that I'm not like really over the top because I work in such an oppressive environment and I've never had problems before. So it made me really sad that one of my friends was saying that I am too animated and too loud or like blah 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 blah. Because honestly, if I'm too loud for you, just fuck off. Just leave me alone. It's fine. We don't have to be friends. Luckily I came fourth. The first, second, third were sent to Japan, but I don't think my parents were keen. And I was 16 at the time. That's what I mean. Why is Mr. Yan hiring 16-year-old girls? Like, why isn't it like 18 above? I think Venus was 16 as well. It's just like rough. Um. So yeah, Body Lane seems fine now though. Disney Techno in the store for life. Yeah, they have one CD, and it is a Eurobeat Disney CD, and that's all they play. It's so funny, and I kind of fuck with it now. Nia said, "I need a diagnosis because I think I have ADHD." Um, yeah, like most of my girlfriends that realized they had ADHD didn't realize till they were like late 20s, early 30s. Um, I didn't realize because women are also much better at masking. So I didn't, and a lot of people in general, this is not based on gender, but like a lot of people are better at, like, if you get used to masking yourself. I got bullied a lot at the start of high school, and I had to learn very quickly how to, hair in my mouth, how to like assimilate into society. So I learned pretty quickly how to act normal, and then is why it was harder for me to realize that maybe I'm a little bit, maybe my brain works a little bit differently to most people. um exact same, but with my mom. That sucks. I'm sorry. My parents definitely had ADHD. This is another thing. My parents both had ADHD, so it's impossible. Like, no one's gonna diagnose me because we are all undiagnosed, which is hilarious. We were having a leaving party at a karaoke, and one dude got really drunk and went ham on the tambourine, and ended up smacking me in the forehead with the tambourine. People were like, "This party is high tension right now." Yeah, it just means like tension agari, just like really, really, really like why. But yeah, that guy sounds like a dick, and I think it's their way of telling him to shut the fuck up, like a very roundabout way of telling him to calm down. I think me and Oki went over masking in Discord. Yeah, it's really important to think about because I feel like everyone masks to a point, and it's hard because you don't even realize when you're masking or when you're yourself. And being in Japan, you are forced to mask at work. It doesn't matter if you're neurotypical or not. Like, you're forced to become a certain way. So that adds to it as well. I'm not sure how I would have been if I didn't move to Japan, because before I moved to Japan, I used to be more like high tension. But then because of my work environment and everything else, I really had to tone it down. But it does seep out sometimes. Like, particularly, you can tell my YouTube videos. I'm very animated. All right, I'm so confused if I mask a lot or not. Like, it's hard. Like, I honestly don't know anymore. But then, when I look at footage of me from like 10 years ago, I'm such a different person. And I met one of my Japanese friends. This is what made me sad. I had a Japanese friend in England, and I met him a few years later when I moved to Japan, and he said, "Oh wow, you're much more like ochisuiteru, like you're much more calm now." And he's like, "I like you much better now, like this." And I realized that I had been like cutting parts of my personality off and like muting myself, and I don't want to do that because I do like my personality, and I don't think I'm too much. So that made me kind of sad because I don't want to be like a fake version of myself. I want to be excited about stuff. Like, I genuinely love being alive, and I don't want to have to mute that for someone or to make people feel more comfortable. Like, if you're like, I get if you're like super super loud all the time, but if you're not, and I feel like because I've seen people who have been told this before, and normally they're just like people with ADHD, or like people who just get, like, get excited about their hobbies or something like that, and it's like that, like, you should be able to be happy about stuff. Like, why does everyone want people to be miserable all the time? Um, I think we got opposite results. Yeah, I don't know which one meant masking too well or not masking at all. That's funny. um, I wonder what the process is like for ADHD diagnosis in Japan. I know it's us in the UK. My friends went. I need to go. My friends went to a clinic, an English-speaking clinic in Shinjuku. I think it's called Saijo Clinic, and there they just ask you like a questionnaire, and then he'll determine at the end. But my friend had an ADHD test. I don't know if it's called a test, but like Kensa, like, I guess test. Yeah, she had an ADHD test in Korea, and oh my god, she got given this clicker, and she had to. They told her to sit in the room, and when the dot flashes, you click the clicker, right? And she was told to do this for 5 minutes. So she sat there, and when the dot came up, she clicked, and she did so good at the start. But then they send someone in with like a clipboard, like a woman, and she just like marks and like like ruffles papers. And because that woman was there, my friend was turning around and getting distracted, so she wasn't clicking as much. And from that test, they diagnosed her with ADHD for becoming distracted by the other person in the room. Like I don't know if this is like an accurate way to diagnose someone. That's the really hard thing um about I feel like it's impossible to actually know if someone has ADHD, right? Because you can't open our brains and look at the wires or whatever. So it just has to go off like if they think you get really distracted. All here's me said, just in hope someone covered how high tension almost has the opposite meaning among Japanese speakers. Oh, there's so much stuff like that, like so many loan words, and they just mean like slightly off things. And yeah, I hate it. It's quite easy to get diagnosed, but the place I wanted to make me take an IQ test. Oh my god, they wanted you to get an IQ. That's wild because like it's nothing to do with IQ at all. And like most people I know that have ADHD are very very smart just because and like IQ test isn't even like a real good measurement of intelligence anyways. But that's wild. Like I think the one in Shinjuku they just ask you questions uh how is it easy for you to fall asleep? Like, do you have lots of hobbies? If you start something, do you usually finish it? Like stuff like that. Very like basic like questions. Like, because I feel like again, this questionnaire is you could do this in like an online do you have ADHD test anyways. So yeah, it's wild. I might take that quiz about masking though. I think it's interesting though because everyone does mask, and it's just like obviously neurodivergent people have to mask a little bit more. IQ is meaningless, yeah, for real. ADHD folks are creative and interesting at parties. Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And anytime anyone says that I'm like too high tension or like too over the top, it honestly makes me just go back into myself and like close myself off. So like I honestly don't know why people say that. I think it's like I don't get what like unless someone's being really really annoying and loud. I just really don't get that. I don't need IQ. I'm just a girl. I don't even know what like the IQ test is. Like I don't even know what kind of questions they ask you. Maybe they still mainly consider it a learning disability. I feel like anything that you have, like ADHD, and like I have like dyspraxia, anything like that, Japanese people hear that as like learning disability. And like I noticed that when I taught like the classes with extra needs, that they would put like someone with ADHD in the same class as someone with like severe Down syndrome, and it's like I don't think this is the best way to do this, guys. Like, unfortunately, Japan is slightly behind when it comes to like mental health and like stuff like ADHD and stuff like that. So it's really sad. And like a lot of people told me, don't tell anyone at work that you have ADHD because they might fire you. And I've heard some schools don't want anyone with ADHD teaching the kids. Like they think that you're a danger, like for real. So that's also something to consider. Like I didn't get an official diagnosis in Japan because it can be seen as like a negative thing. So yeah, that's something to be aware of. If you have ADHD, I wouldn't recommend telling your employers because they might use it against you in Japan. Like get dressed up and have a picnic because it's fun. I don't need a reason why. Yeah, for real, for real. Um, Also recently I heard that constant lack of sleep will start to cause ADHD-like symptoms. Yeah, for real, because it's like attention, like your attention span, and also like there's different kinds of ADHD, and this is another thing that women women are less diagnosed because there's two kinds of or like three kinds. We'll go with two because like I don't know the exact number, but there's two kinds, like attentive and inattentive. And I think it's women usually get inattentive, but that's not always the case. And the inattentive kind is like we're more kind of like dreamy, and we daydream a lot, and we tend to like go like we tend to like go in ourselves, like retreat inwards and like get obsessed with our hobbies and like think a lot. Whereas the attentive one is more like hyperactive, showing on the outside, and that's why it's much easier to diagnose boys because they tend to be more aggressive. Because when I worked in a school, we had so many like boys who were diagnosed with ADHD, and they would just fight constantly and like run around and scream. And it's like, okay, yeah, but we had a lot of girls who just couldn't concentrate, and then were like just like always in their own minds, and they struggled to like they never did their homework and stuff like this. And I would always say like I really think that Lisa has ADHD, and people would say, oh no, because like she's not hyperactive or she's not aggressive, and I'm like, ADHD people, we're not all aggressive. So yeah, it's still quite backwards. Ben Parkins said same with autism. Yeah, unfortunately the same. And like it's hard for people to get diagnosed because the only people who are gonna tell you if you have autism or ADHD when you're a kid is either gonna be your teacher or your parents. And if you're and normally I feel like a lot of it is hereditary, like because my parents definitely both had ADHD, and they thought they were not like they thought they were fine, right? So they thought they were neurotypical, so they didn't think that I had ADHD, so I wouldn't get diagnosed from them. And teachers in the 90s didn't know anything about ADHD really, unless you're like aggressive and yeah, aggressive. They're not really gonna push for giving you a diagnosis. So I never really got one. I think it's slightly better now in the West, but it's kind of like that vibe still in Japan. Like it's very hard for kids, and like same with autism. Um, like I wouldn't say diagnosed, but people noticing. Like no one really notices if a kid has ADHD or autism unless it's also very extreme. And that's really sad that like so many people don't find out until like later in life, because once I found out that I had ADHD, a lot of things made more sense for me. And I also beat myself up a lot less about things, and a lot of stuff made sense. Like, I was very academically gifted, but I've never done a piece of homework in my life. Like, I physically couldn't. Like, it physically hurt me to try and do homework, and I never knew why. And I figured out it's just because I had ADHD. I'm pretty sure my mom found out first. That's good. Like, I wish my parents had, like, again, my parents were super old. My parents were like 72 when they died, so like they didn't even have this stuff in their generation. I don't know what's up with some parents. Some of them think they are apparently too good to have any mental issues. That's what happened. My dad literally said, no child of mine has any issues. And I asked my parents if I could go to therapy, and my dad said I didn't need it. And I did need it because I had PTSD. Oki said, my whole family is neurodivergent, and just 3 are diagnosed. I'm not one of them. I'm so sorry. But yeah, get your own diagnosis, and you can do it at your own pace. Um, Probably because they're only considered issues and therefore cannot come with good things. Yeah, that was the problem with me. Like, my dad never believed in ADHD. He said when he was a child they didn't have ADHD because my dad was literally born in 1948. So, of course they didn't have fucking ADHD back then. If anyone started showing any signs of being neurodivergent, they would just like stone you to death or something, or like send you to the institution. And my adult life, some things still give me that ick homework feeling. Like writing a cover letter or work email. Oh my god, if I just have to send one email in a day, and that's the only thing I can do, literally, I have to build myself up to it. I don't know why my brain is like this. I'm not sure what it is about, like, I feel like my brain doesn't want me to do anything that I it doesn't want me to be told what to do. It only wants to do what it wants to do. And stuff like work, that's fine because my brain knows I have to do this in order to live. But extra stuff like emails or cover letters or homework, and if my brain deems it something not that important, I will just forget about it. Um, I asked my parents if I could go to therapy and was told mental issues are an excuse and only the weak goes to therapy, and I'm not one of the weak people because my mom is not weak. Yeah, that's pretty much what my family said to me. My mom, like, I feel like everyone in my family was extremely mentally ill, and I really wish that at least one person I feel like if at least one person had gone to therapy, then things would have been much better. But my dad was like proper bonkers. He started to hear like voices towards the end of his life, like telling him to kill himself and stuff like that. It was very, very, oh my god, I'm gonna get demonetized. But yeah, my dad was very wild. I feel like it's sad because my parents were so old and they weren't in the generation of mental health awareness. And that's why awareness is so important, because awareness is the first step. Because like I didn't really know about ADHD until I met a bunch of people that had it, and then I'm like, oh, actually, you guys seem just like me, and that's how that I figured out I had it. Insert the pingu. Well, no, I am not doing that meme. Oh, you're so correct. Like things would be better in general if more people went to therapy. No, I totally agree. And I feel like a lot of people, their thing is their pride is too high. They just need to accept that they need it. And I feel like a lot of people cannot accept that they might be the problem, or there is something in them that maybe needs healing. I wouldn't even say fixing, but I would say like healing, because I want to go to therapy, but right now I don't have time or money. But maybe the mid part of this year, I will maybe go to therapy. But I feel like I don't I a lot of people I know have a lot of problems mentally, and they push those problems into other people, and they make people feel bad about themselves and stuff like that. But I feel like my mental stuff is like I just want to keep it to myself, which also isn't good. Happy Valentine's Day! I'm gonna have to go to work today, so I can't watch the whole stream, but please have fun. Oh, hi, Lucky! Yeah, I actually came from work, so I hope you have a really nice day at work, and I hope that someone gives you chocolate, and I hope that someone gives you a nice little forehead kiss. We're having like such a deep mental health talk. My mom used the idea of me being sent to therapy as a kid to mock me. Yeah, this is another thing. Like, this is why I don't like to be vulnerable with people, because sometimes when I've tried to be vulnerable with someone, they'll say, "Oh, well, you need therapy," or maybe it's because of this, or maybe, and like I've had, because I have PTSD, I've had that used against me. Like, "Oh, well, it's because you have PTSD, so you're not thinking straight," and blah 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 blah. So it's also like, it's really hard to be vulnerable with people, but if it's the right person, then being vulnerable should be okay. The thing is like I feel like most people are, and me included, you don't know what to say. If someone says something like, it's really hard to know what to say, and I don't want to make the situation worse. So I feel like all round it's hard. Like even though I want to be vulnerable with people, I get that. Like, what do you say to that? Like honestly, I see both sides of the coin. Also, this day is now a group therapy, and I'm here for it. Yeah, I love that. Honestly, it's like as I grew older, I realized that most people do have a lot of trauma, and that's okay. And my goal is to just like not add to anyone's trauma. If I can do that, then that's great. Self love all around. Yeah, we should all love ourselves more, and we should all give ourselves a lot more credit. That's a good thing. When I realized I had ADHD, I could give myself more credit, because um, if you have ADHD growing up, I feel like a lot of the time you're told that you're like always in your head's always in the clouds, or you're always lazy and stuff like that. So it's also not good for your self esteem. But once I learned I had ADHD, it also helped me to love myself a little bit more, and maybe cut myself a little bit more slack. I forgot Japan time and realized that you aren't streaming at 9 in the morning. Unfortunately, not. It is indeed almost midnight. So yeah, I actually had work today. It sucked. Nurse fun. Yay! Don't take medical advice from me for legal reasons. I'm not giving medical advice. Also, you can always start researching and implementing ADHD management strategies to your life even without a diagnosis. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, even if you don't have ADHD, it's good. Like, I found, like, I don't know, like ADHD Twitter, but a lot of people post stuff about having ADHD, and a lot of stuff really worked for me. I feel like even like everything's a spectrum, right? So even in I have lots of people, loads of friends with ADHD, and a lot of us is like it's very different. Like I struggle from some things, but not from others, and some of my friends struggle with some things, but not with others. So like, a lot of it does cross over. So it's really really good to hear what other people do. I got much better at like I on my phone. My phone is great and bad actually because I'm constantly. Oh, I think I mentioned this before, but I deleted TikTok from my phone because it was just wasting too much of my time and I just couldn't stop. So that was one thing I did. I set up Google Calendars, and as soon as I hear something, I need to put in my calendar because if I wait more than 10 minutes, it's gone forever. When someone hands me my work schedule, I take a picture of it instantly because if I don't take a picture of it instantly, I will not take a picture of it and I will lose it and then I won't know when I'm in work. So it's just stuff like that. And it's getting my biggest piece of advice if you have ADHD is get yourself into routines. That's the thing that really works for me. Oh my god, I thought that was eyes in the background, but it's probably just lights. Don't say that! 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 Oh my god. Happy Valentine's Day, Jesus Christ. There's no one in the room with me, so like if you see eyes, it's a ghost. I always sit in the dark because like if I put the light on, the ring light it doesn't look as bright. But I'm gonna work on my setup. I'm really worried that there's like a ghost now. This is a really creepy room. Actually, I didn't do a room or house tour yet, but this room is particularly creepy, and it has like a space to put like a shrine for a dead person. It's a very old Japanese house, and that is creepy. I'm creeped out now. East Coast is best coast. Hell yeah! If I go to America, I will go to the East Coast. Google Calendars is so handy. Yeah, can't recommend having calendars on your phone enough. Honestly, fantastic. My psychiatrist said if you're not diagnosed but you find those ADHD strategies helpful, then that's good for you. Yeah, for real. I think that um my controversial opinion is that I think like it is in, like I don't even think ADHD exists. I just feel like everyone has it on this. It's just like a spectrum, and some people have it more than others. So I think that like even if you aren't diagnosed as having ADHD, you probably get distracted sometimes. You probably sometimes you can't always concentrate. So I feel like everyone suffers from those things. So you should ADHD Twitter is pretty good for me. I picked up some good things. Deleting TikTok, best thing I ever did. And I did have to re-download it for work. And that kind of sucks. But I feel like now that I went so long without it, I don't really scroll on there anymore, actually. Kitten eye. My cats aren't in here, they're downstairs. So whatever you saw, probably a ghost. I watch too many horror movies to film things in the dark without being scared, guys. No, I'm sorry. It's just the lights reflecting, man. Don't worry. I don't know. It's fine. If not, I'll just turn the light on. Maybe we'll turn the light on. You could put stuff of an Oshi there. Yeah, I did get. Actually, I'll do a tour of it when because I haven't finished my computer setup still. But I'll show you the thing I have in the shrine area. Ugh. This is what I got. This is where my shrine is. So yeah, I still haven't opened this yet. I'm gonna make a little video of me opening this at some point and put it on reels. This is really cute. So yeah, that's what I got. I could have put my father's urn there, but we lost it. So yeah, unfortunately, no dead people. Oshi shrine. I don't have an Oshi. Maybe I should get an Oshi. All my friends have an Oshi. They're either into like girl idols or like K-pop idols or something like that. Or like I don't really have anything. I want to have like an anime character or something I really associate with, but I don't really have one. Everyone tell me your Oshi. I guess my Oshi is like cinnamon roll. Miku. I realized that you aren't streaming also on another platform, and the chat from me just isn't loading. I hope that it's not the ghost doing that. I should also think about streaming on other platforms. I heard that Twitch is good, and yeah, but I don't know. I'm kind of a boomer. Like, just this is a lot of work for me. So um maybe I can find someone to teach me how to use Twitch. I watch people on Twitch sometimes, but I don't really get it. I'm also Oshi-less. What kind of Oshi do you want? Yeah, I feel like as I got older, I got less like obsessed with that kind of stuff. I do want one. Kaya no Mikoto. I don't know. Are they an idol or are they an anime character? I have the cinnamon roll Build-A-Bear. I've never been more jealous of someone. Oh my god, I want that so bad. Yeah, I don't think I ever, because I remember when I first come to Japan, I was really into like bands, like visual K bands, and then I found out that the visual K bands were mostly just like hentai old men. So now I'm less into that. My Oshi is Capsule Bunny, yay! Thank you. I'm a terrible Oshi. Ebichu, I love Ebichu. Oh my god. I use the Ebichu stamps. They're so cute. A friend of mine built her own site and streams on her own site. Oh my god, that's such a flex. I can barely like use Facebook. Like I don't know. Have some money, Oshi, yay! It's a fictional character from Milgram. He is super cute. Can you show us his picture in the Discord? Yeah, maybe I've always said like if I was a character, I would be Ebichu. I don't know if you guys have seen Ebichu. You can watch every episode, I think, of Ebichu on YouTube. It is very poorly drawn, and it's like a hamster that talks about sex a lot. It's great. To go with the everyone has ADHD symptoms idea, you only need to fix it if it's intense, frequent enough to give you trouble. That's so true. Like a lot of the stuff is like actually part of my personality, and I don't dislike it. But being late to work, not cool. Mailgram is like a musical project by my Deco 27, kind of famous in. Oh, I know Deco 27. Okay, I'm gonna check this out. We all need a hamster as supportive as Ebichu. Yeah, but like I don't know. I feel like hamsters try to like unalive themselves all the time. Every story I've ever heard about someone's hamster is like it died in a very stupid way, like getting sucked up a vacuum cleaner or jumping out the window or like sneezing too hard or something like that. But yeah, I love that we had like a little group therapy session today. Happy Valentine's Day! You missed such an intense conversation about ADHD. It was very intense. But I hope everyone's having a nice one. I didn't actually eat any. I only had one chocolate. Here you go, guys. What is the Discord or is it exclusive? It's not exclusive. Anyone can join. I'll post the link for you right now. Oh, I'm gonna check your tag post. Let me go on the Discord. I'm such a boomer. Nia is actually my Discord mod, and they are great. Like, oh my god, my mods are fantastic. How do I finally can find how to invite people to the Discord in under 1 minute, which is great. I'm such a boomer. Here, okay. I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat, and then I'm gonna see what Nia tagged me in. Wait, how do I see it? How do I see, which one is it in real life photos? Where did you put it? Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. I didn't get tagged in anything. Thank you. It's 8 a.m. in the West. Oh my god, good morning. Is it? Does that mean it's Valentine's Day for you now, or is it tomorrow for you? It is. It just turned midnight, so now it's not Valentine's Day anymore. um, Joining the Discord is a pro move. The Discord is pretty fun, actually. I post a lot of my designs that I can't release anywhere else there. Everyone's really, really nice and supportive. Weeb a lot. I love it. And yeah, we have a really cool crew. Here we go. Let's see Nia's Oshi. Oh my god, look at this little lad. This is a little Victorian orphan boy. Is that your Oshi? He's very cute. I like him. I like his earrings. Very cute. Yay. Okay, that's gonna be my new quest. I'm gonna find an Oshi. I met Yumechi at her house the other day, and she's into like this Korean idol group called N hyphen. So I had to hear about all that all day, and I know about her Oshi. So yeah, but I don't know. I'll probably pick like an anime character or something. Anyways, guys, I need to go eat dinner because it is midnight and all I've had is chocolate. So yeah, I had the most wonderful Valentine's Day slash group therapy session. We should do the group therapy thing again soon. That was great. Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little boy who likes berries and cream. Yeah. Come on, not the Victorian lad. He's cute. Okay, I think I'm gonna listen to the album too because I do like Deco 27. I think it is. Yeah. I live in Mississippi. Okay. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I love you so much. Have a great Valentine's Day and have lots of chocolate. See you guys in the